Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm seeing the views and I'm scared. I'm losing views. So I had to make some changes. First of all, that camera girl I had last week, fired her. I canned her. And then those kids that were running around, it was nuts. It was crazy. So they're sleeping. Let's see here. What other changes? We got some music on the background. That should help. And I'm going to start it off with a joke. Maybe that'll help. Maybe a joke. Let's think here. Oh, do you want to hear a joke about a pizza? Never mind. It's too cheesy. Let's get into math instead, okay? All right, here we go. First video will be 1 through 10. Second video will be 11 through 20. Question number 1. Write the expression using parentheses to simplify, or that simplifies to 36. So we have 54 divided by 6 minus 3 times 2. So the way that you're going to solve this is you're just going to do a little trial and error. First of all, we need it to equal 36. Order of operations, parentheses, exponent, and then do all your multiplication, division, and last add or subtract. So if we were to do it like this, we have 54 divided by 6 is 9, minus, well, 3 times 2 you'd have to do first because that's multiplication. That answer's 3. We don't want 3. We want a much bigger answer than 3. So how can we make it bigger? Well, what if we made them do this first? Now we're going to try it and see if that helps. If this was the case, if you put parentheses there, they'd have to go 6 minus 3 first. Now you're not dividing by a big number of 6. You're dividing by a smaller number of 3, which will make that answer larger. So 3 goes into 54. Let's see here. 54, 3 goes into 5 once. There's 2 left over. And then it goes into 24 8 times. So that's 18. So that would make that 18, and then you still have the times 2 here that would fall down. And then 18 times 2 is 36. So that answer is, you're going to want to put the parentheses with the 6 minus 3 first. Cool? Be a little easier if this is multiple choice, but it's not, and that's all right. So that's what you want to do. A little difficult. All right, let's move on. Number 2. What is the value of the expression 8.2 plus 3 divided by 4? So first you have parentheses to take care of. You have 8.2 plus 3. What mistake are people going to make? They're going to put 8.5. But 8's a whole number, 3's a whole number. You have to line up the decimal. You could do this in your head, but if you can't do it in your head, 3 would be on that side because it's a whole number. So that's 11 2/10, and then you're going to divide that by 4. Same thing. I wouldn't do that in my head. So we're going to go like this. Decimal's on the inside. It's okay on the inside as long as it floats up. 4 8. 3 left over. And then 4 goes into 32. Counting by 4 is 8 times. So that answer is 2 8/10. Let's go to number 3. Number 3, we have write an expression to represent multiplying twice the difference of 9 and 7. So the first thing I'm hearing and understanding is the difference of 9 and 7. Difference means subtraction. So the difference of 9 and 7, and multiplying twice the difference. So that means you have to take that answer and multiply that by 2. Remember, in algebra, you're supposed to make this a dot. So 9 minus 7. Also, if a number is next to a parenthesis, that's multiplication too. Also, the 2 does not have to be on the right side. So all those are possible answers. So all those work. Cool? Alrighty. Remember, difference is the answer to a subtraction. Number 4. Alright, so number 4 and 5 I didn't teach you yet. So I have a meeting with Mrs. Berry tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I'll get the thumbs up to start teaching you concepts that we didn't get a chance to cover yet. So that'll be helpful. Looking at number 4, they just want you to compare the top and bottom. So I'm not going to recreate the whole thing here. But this was add 3 and add 12. And then they count by 3s on the top. 3, 6, 9, and then they count by 12s. 12, 24, 36. So the important thing here is you have the top number, and I like calling that x. You don't have to. X, Y. So what's important here is the top number has a relationship with the bottom number of times 4. Okay? So whatever x is, when you multiply that by 4, it equals the bottom number. I'm using fancy x and y, but in all reality, it's whatever the top number is, if you multiply that by 4, that's the bottom number. And you could also do the opposite. You could say the bottom number divided by 4 equals the top number. Any of those work. Cool? Great. Wonderful. Number 5, same thing. What's the relationship with them? So we have add 5 and add 15. So the relationship between adding 5 and adding 15, if you look at each one, so 5 and 15, 10 and 30, 15, 45, 20, 60, 25, 75, what is the relationship? Well, the top number is 3 times smaller than the bottom number. So top number times 3 equals bottom number. Like I said, I like giving them symbols because it's easier to talk about. If you gave them symbols, and the top one is the symbol of X.